Right, this is a Gas 66. What I'm going to do is change the tyre. The wheels are split rims. So you've got a very short rim here, thin rim this side, with a much deeper one the other side. These are designed so you can do it in the field. So if you have a problem with the tyre, you just split the rim, take the tyre off, put the tyre back on, put this half the rim on, and tighten the nuts. It's that simple. Not, but it can be good fun. It just depends on luck and how long the tire's been on the actual rim. Some of them you can just undo it, everything just pops off. Other ones you can fight it and end up having to get off. I've done one where I've had to cut the tire all the way round to cut the tire off, and then with the actual metal bead inside the tire, cut it with an angle grinder to release the pressure, because the tire had effectively rusted itself onto the rim. So yeah, good fun. So first thing I'm going to do is I've loosened the nut off there. I'm going to take one bolt out, one nut off. Take one nut off, which takes the valve off for the central tyre inflation system, and that'll let the air pressure out of the inner tube. That's safely in a little box. Yeah, sometimes they come off a little bit easier, but I must have put a new rubber on that one, so it's much tighter. Right, what I'm going to do is just undo every other one whilst I'm waiting for the pressure to come out. Yeah, that easy. Come on. You can't take all the bolts up and the pressures in, otherwise the rim could fly off and cause damage. Yeah, the tyres are on this are made by Nortec, and they're a Russian tyre. They've been on for 4 years, but they are pretty bald. I mean, when I say bald, that's just basically nothing left. They've done approximately 15,000 kilometres, but that's 15,000 of a mix, probably 60–70% road use, and then 30% either off-road or in the sand, because we ended up in the Sahara Desert with this one. But tyres have been very good. We had one that went out of shape, and just getting a little lump as you're driving it, da-dum. Had a look at it, and it was one of the it just developed an egg in the tyre. So I put the spare on, which was the same make, so that was okay. But this time I haven't been able to buy the same tyres. Not that I would have anyway, because I didn't think they lasted very well for the money. But I bought some Chinese ones now because they were the only ones available, and they're called New Master. Same size, but a lot cheaper and available. Because the Russian stuff now, it's difficult to get hold of. in a box, put them out the way. No matter where you put yours, kick them over. Right, this is, I don't know the proper way of doing it, or the approved way of doing it, but it seems to work for me. It's just a vent bar, tapping first, at an angle. Press down. Just put them, it's going to be a tight one. Can't put a piece of wood in there, but there we go. It's a thin piece. Let's go around the rim a bit more first. This is what can happen, you never know whether it's going to be a loose rim or a tight rim. It's just a case of going round and round in circles. I think it's starting to move now. There we go. Just a bit of patience, I suppose. Set the top rim off. As you can see, just rusts onto the rim a little bit, but I suppose it depends on whether it's been wet, how long it's been on there. So, turn it over, do exactly the same. Make sure I'm still in view. So, yep. And then the same again. The rims, quick wire brush just to get off any loose rubbish in case there is some cobwebs. It's alright now. Right, and goes the rim. We found a hole there to go with the valve, which is here. Oh, the rim tape. It's got, look closely, there's a ridge there, which is the halfway point. So that's got to be basically between the two beads here. It's got to be in the middle. So I was putting the tape in the correct place. Making sure that I've got the valve in the correct place, which it's moved a little bit within the rim tape. It's correct now. Start in. Right, so making sure that the valve is correct. Turn this over. Yeah, it's going on correctly this time. Right, so we're back again. Rim's in the right place, tyres on, the rim tape's all in place, so all I've got to do is get this, put the top piece on. Give it a quick. Any loose crud. There we go. That back on the hole, which is there. It sits on, oh, correct hole. Oh, that's lucky. First time, something's got to go right. Right, and put all the nuts on, start them by hand before I use the windy gun. I've seen it before where people would just rattle a nut on with a windy gun, and if it's cross-threaded it will just wind itself down and ruin everything. I'm actually leaving one off, which is here. That's, show you. That one there has been left off because that's where the valve for the central tire inflation system will fit. So I can put that one on once it's actually on the truck. It makes life a little bit easier. Right, windy gun set on the lowest setting. I did put it handy and then forgot where I put it. For the moment there's a Schrader valve in there which has to come out when the valve goes on. And then I can change the tyre pressures from inside the truck while it's driving. You can inflate or deflate. You have to get out first and turn all the valves here, open them to allow the movement of the air. So if you know you're going to be changing over the day, leave them undone. What I tend to do is, because it's generally just left at a high pressure, you know, for sort of tarmac use, then get the pressure I want and then lock them off. Every now and again undo them and just check the pressures. You can do it individually or one at a time. Sorry, individually or all together, depending on what you want to do. I tend to run them about 40 psi when I'm on tarmac, and then on the loose down to I suppose 20 psi. You can go very, very low, but I'm limited now because of only having the rubber flaps on the beads as opposed to having the proper bead locks. It's never caused me a problem because I don't go with that severe. There's a theory with a motorhome. You can drive out somewhere, but you've got to get back, and the last thing you want to do is be stuck in the middle of nowhere, just bogged down. Always err on the side of caution a little bit. I'm just going to put 2.5 bar in at the moment. It's about 37 psi-ish, something like that. I'll do for the time being. Let's put the rubber cap back on. I say rubber because it's actually rubber. I've never seen any like this before. Right, so there we go. How to change the rim, or how to change the tyre on a Gas 66. The manual, difficult way.